Oh, the tau versus pi people have come to my comment section. What's the deal with tau versus pi? Pi, you are probably familiar with, the ratio of a circle's circumference. Oh, that's a terrible circle. Pi, you are probably familiar with. It is the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. That is, it's the distance around the circle divided by the distance across the circle. If you express this ratio as an approximate decimal, of course, you get the familiar 3.14159265358979323 and so on that we call pi. Some people object, however, that the diameter is not the fundamental distance in the circle that we should be comparing its circumference to. That instead we should be comparing the circumference of a circle to its radius. If we were to do that instead, we would get a different ratio that we call tau. Tau is equal to the circumference of a circle divided by that distance from the center, which of course is half the distance of the diameter. When you express this one as a decimal, you're going to get 6.2831 and so on. I haven't memorized tau, and so I can't tell you all the digits. To be sure, there are some benefits to tau as compared to pi. If we express angle measures in terms of tau rather than in terms of pi, the way that we divide up the circle makes a little bit more sense. Our familiar right angle, that 90-degree angle, which obviously makes up a fourth of the circle, ends up being this special number, tau divided by 4. A full circle, 360 degrees, ends up being equal to 1 tau rather than 2 pi, and a half turn, 180 degrees on the circle, ends up equaling what you might expect instead, tau over 2, which corresponds to that roughly half of the circle that it makes up. There's some other benefits that the tau people sometimes like to highlight. They say, oh, the circumference, isn't this more beautiful? It is simply tau times the radius rather than 2 times pi times the radius. But then they often ignore the fact that some other formulas end up looking quite a bit uglier. For example, the area formula for a circle would now be tau r squared divided by 2. Try and make a t-shirt with that one on it. I can't say that I see why it makes that much of a difference in the end. Whatever you pick for your circle constant, what matters is your understanding of the circle itself. If you prefer tau, fantastic, prefer tau. I will still be celebrating Pi Day later this year.